Hello, I thought you might be interested in watching me suffer and hopefully succeed in creating a half decent version 1 computer widget. So, this is what we're looking at, and we're on this branch, computer interaction. So, the issues that we've got in pinned issues are a bit like tasks and bugs and everything. It's interchangeable in GitHub at the moment. Um, but yeah, this is the main one. Create computer widget, and then there's like create different instances of them, but the widget will still be the same. It'll just be the variables that we pass through will be different. So like the text will be different, for example. Um, yeah. So let me show you what I've done, and let me show you. You can kind of watch me figure it out as I go. So in the prologue level of the protagonist bedroom on the top left, but also the Act 1 version of the level, I have this computer, which used to be a flipbook. Now it's its own blueprint called Master Computer BP, which it's the first one of its kind actually, where I've used a flipbook is like the visual representation of it rather than a 2D sprite. You might be asking why I've done that. Well, flipbook is like multiple 2D sprites with the focus that it can do like little animations rather than doing something weird with like a timer and make it tick through different sprites. You can just use flipbooks. So there was a bit of work here where originally it was built off an interact collect. You might know if you've seen my other videos, the interact collects all have data assets because they're collectible items, but I realized the computer is not a collectible item, so it all was in here for a long while. That's still a collectible item, the quest note, because you collect it in your inventory for now. But the computers, I realize they're not interact collect the red, they are interact no collect because you're not you're not picking up the computer, are you? So I move the masters into here. So master computer at the moment. Other things like master document, I'll migrate them across at some point as well. But forget interact collect. We're now in interact no collect. Computers. That's the security monitors you see in the guidepost level. But these are the computers we're looking at. So we've got an Act 1 version and a prologue version. Reason being, some of the computers will be locked in Act 1 that are unlocked in Act 2, or they're locked in prologue but they're unlocked in Act 1. So you see, it cannot just be one blueprint. Like, realize I'm going off on a tangent. It could be one blueprint, but then I'd need to stack all the different, like, oh, well, if you access it in Act 1, do these variables, and then Act. So, I'd have lots of different variables within one blueprint. That just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. I'm trying to mitigate the chance that I make bugs for myself, not give them more of a chance. So, that's why I've split it. There's like a clean break between the acts. They're different blueprints. But inside the blueprint, currently it just doesn't do anything. But it's master blueprint, which used to be master item BP, like the collectible items, is now master computer. So I made one from scratch. When you use it, it adds it to the main widget. The main widget is just like a master widget that holds all the different widgets you see, like the inventory pop up and all, like the health bar and everything you see that pops up. Um, that's like a menu is held within the master widget. So this is, I can probably get rid of it. It's historic. It's just to make the inventory widget disappear or reappear when you use it. Makes sense to make it disappear. Well, it's is enabled. That's why it's historic. Like I would have just done an is visible false or something. So it's probably not needed. But when you use it, forget that bit. Loads up the computer widget. This then sets that as a variable, and it feeds that into the canvas or the main widget. Then it just anchors it in place to wherever I want. That these do make a difference. I'm just typed in random numbers, and then it's just input only on that widget. When you close it, so when you press the X here, then re-enable it, the historic thing, remove from parent, and it's now game and UI, so normal computer, normal control behavior. You might have seen this before. I've done it with like storage container. So you come into contact, you overlap this collision, which is the same for this one. Like just pick this one. I won't pick his child. So this is the parent. Get rid of the child. Um, you overlap this. Once you're in range, once you overlap, then the protagonist, if it is the protagonist, if it is you, I don't call it protagonist. At one point it was called protagonist, now it's John BP, but I still keep it as protagonist in places simply because I have an NPC called Johnny, and I just, again, mitigating the chance I can do something weird and make bugs on myself. So, if the person coming into range or collides is protagonist, then that's the protagonist variable set here. Then you're in range, true, and then you can enable input. When you're out of range or you exit the collision radius, the box collision, then you're not in range and disable. And then because you've enabled input when you're in range, then you can use the input action. And the input action is used, and used is this. So that's it. When you're in range, enable input, you can press E, that will run this script, which will make it pop up on the screen, make this pop up on the screen, and then you can press the X, and that will run this script and make that disappear. You might be thinking, how does close run? Because E just used. There's no reference to it being closed. That's because in the computer widget on the top right, we go to graph. You will see on clicking the close button, the X, close it. And you think, how does it do close? Well, it passes it through to that blueprint it's related to. And you might be thinking, well, how does this widget talk to this blueprint? Well, you will see that this blueprint casts this widget, and then it sets it as it casts it to the variable. So then when they communicate with each other, that's because, and they're able to, it doesn't come back with a access none or cannot read, don't know what you're talking about. When you try and access the variable, it doesn't come back with that because we set that variable as we create it, like a return straight after. So this creation is this variable, allowing connection between the two. I'll show you what I've got so far. Let's go to lit, unlit, no real difference. Press E. So we've got this at the moment. It is currently controlled by set anchors for its size. So this, you'll notice that the size isn't correct with this. That's something I'll figure out off screen. What I want to figure out and play around with this while you watch me is I want to set up some basic buttons, set up some script, I said script text. I want you to be able to quit to the quit button rather than pressing the X. Mindset being X closes the computer widget, and technically, like, imagine you've just pressed a monitor off or something, or you've done Alt F4, but maybe you can quit to go to another document, or you can quit to go to the desktop. So desktop is something else we're going to do in the future. Nothing super sophisticated, but cool enough. So I want to get the buttons working with open, with quit. I want to put in some text here, so like you can literally type it in rather than just saying enter text here. I've done it once before, and then I want what you type in there to pass through to open document. So something cool, like everything you see on the computer isn't everything on the computer, is it? You can go through Regedit, for example, and get certain things. And I want to do something similar with a computer, something cool, maybe like a new game plus, where there's hidden documents, there's hidden functionality on this computer widget that you can only get through typing in keywords. Bit like cheat codes, but not so much. The purpose will not be a cheat code, but similar logic. So, first things first, we've got the collision. We've seen it works with the open and close. Cool. So, it functionally works. The computer blueprint gets us to the widget. So now we need to focus on widget functionality. So first things first, we've got a button here. I'm just going to do F2, click it, and then once it's highlighted, you can press F2. I'm going to call it the, I always have this, should I call it? I don't know if it's the verb or the noun. I can never remember the right thing. But essentially, I always question whether I should do button first because it's a button, or I should define it of what it's doing first, so like open. But for now, we'll just do this. Button, quit. I've done it the other way. Let me rearrange it. I've done it in the past the other way. But um, open button, typical. If it's 50-50 chance, there's more than 50% chance I'm going to pick the wrong one. Right, so we've got the button, but then when you saw when I hovered over it, it did something funny. And that's because I've only got the normal working. I haven't got the hovered or the pressed yet. So actually, I've done the hovered one. This was one of the first things I made. Buttons, um, normal. Hmm. I don't think that's actually normal. Oh, why have I done a normal map? Oh god, this is how old it is. I've done a freaking normal map, I think. Maybe. Underscore normal. Anyway, let's work with what we got. Ah, it's a historic thing. That's the thumbnail's wrong. The thumbnail needs refreshing. So I did like a catch-all with the word no underscore normal in, and I accidentally forgot the buttons have underscore normal in. So we want buttons hovered. We want open hovered. Hovered, 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 hovered. Come on. Hovered. Hovered. We want pressed. I believe I called it pressed. Should be right at the bottom. Proper old school stuff this is. So there we go. We've got them all done. We want an image, not rounded box. It defaults it to rounded box. Done. So that's that one. Let's quickly do this one. So we've got normal quit. Cool, we've done the right one. It's an image. Yes. Pressed and hovered. Hovered. Quit. Image. Pressed. Quit. Image. Do that. Save. Control Shift and S to save the full thing. Play. Cool. Yeah, if I click and drag away, then it's just like in real life when you click and drag away, it doesn't pass through the click. It doesn't do anything, but no, that looks alright, that's cool. No functionality behind it. Let's go to this. We want the quit button. We want, so we've clicked on the quit button, on, clicked or pressed. Button is clicked, pressed. Released, let's do release. Just in case you press quit, but you're like, I don't know if I should have quit it. I know it's different to the close button. Yeah, different sort of functionality. So go like that. Actually, no, because it's quitting the quest. But what we'll do, just to test it, which should work anyway, the quit will do the same thing as the X at the moment. So X, close, quit, close, cool. We'll leave it blank because we're not using it for that, are we? We want open button. I can't rearrange them. On released. I just want to check how released works. So closes it, click, drag, still closes it, right? So interesting. I thought if I let go of the click afterwards, it wouldn't have done it, but maybe release works different. So we'll keep it released for now. Close button goes there, open button goes up. These can go away. Okay. So we've got open, quit, and close. So open, what do we want open to do? We want it to open something, but let's not create that just yet. Let's do this text. So right click, let's keep the text and let's add next to it. Text, we want editable text. We want to take the enter text here. I want to put that in editable text. Click that and type something. That should happen when you hover over it. We want to click that. Let's do right click, appearance, right click copy. Appearance, right click. Oh, it doesn't like, oh, because it's different. It's different. It's not text, is it? It's a different thing. So let's copy the color and opacity. Paste color and opacity. Font. What is it? Like 10? We're down to 18. 18. Let's try. This is where I always get always gets funny. Trying to figure it out. Auto. Okay. That's what we want, but we're on the wrong side. Left. Left. And middle. I want that one to be left and middle. I want that one to be left and middle. So why are you being a pain? Gap there, gap there. Interesting. Must be somehow typed. Let's do. Oh, you pain in the backside. I'm not going to be faffing with this all day. So let's just do it like that for now. And we'll just go to taskbar for now. See what right does. Yeah. It might be sitting. I don't think it's to do with that. No. It's to do with the other stuff I'm doing. Let's leave it like that for now. So we've got that. We want. Let's change this text, the background a little bit. Let's do like a dark grey. Maybe a bit darker. Bit darker. Like that. And then we can do a background on this. Let's do this background as. Wrong one, wrong one. What on earth is a carrot? Nothing I need. Yeah, so we've got background image. We have no image. It should still let us do it though. Strangest thing. I thought we could just do a background like that. Right, anyway, let's let's think. Justification right. I'll keep that justification left. Left. Good. Right. So let's play that now. Okay. Hover over it. Oh, when does the text pop up? I guess it doesn't. Cool. No, didn't know I could do that. Hello, world. Nothing. That's good. It's fine. Now, let's make hello world do something. So I'm guessing editable text. Let's rename it. we want to call it input text, text it, input text. Yeah, I'll do. Save. Graph. Input text. On text change. On text committed. That's cool. So yeah, if you press enter. Alright, alright. So on text committed. B. No, we'll work with it. Equals equals. Triple equals. Format. I don't really need format, do I? Shall I? Let's type in format anyway. And we'll just pop the text in. Easy peasy. So if the text that is equaled exactly, so if it's triple equals, if we're talking JavaScript, it's type and text. Double equals is normally just text, so I'm guessing triple equals for this is it's going to want capitals, so it's case insensitive, case sensitive. So you can't do hello if we want in capital. Let's try hello world exclamation mark, and if that's true, then commit method as well. If commit method, what you do like equals enter something. Cool. Never really played with it. I like it though. True. What shall I make it do? So what you do when you're typing in text, let's do. This holds a reference. So the widget holds reference to the master computer blueprint, doesn't it? And the master computer blueprint holds a reference to the protagonist. So through inheritance, or not inheritance, it's kind of being related, I guess, we can make the computer talk to the protagonist, and then we can set what's that? Set sprint. Nah, we'll do something crazy like that. Let's do set max health. Max health is I should do a plus. Get max health. Get max health plus 5. Max health plus 5 becomes the new max health. Remember, this is just testing stuff out. This is just prototyping it. And if not, let's do it like Saw. I've never watched them. Max health, else set is dead. So if you don't type it in right, you're dead. Okay. I don't really appreciate how I've done the branch ranges, but it's fine. Okay. So let's type it in properly. It should work. I wonder if it'll play the death animation. It might not play the death animation though. Hello world. Look at top right. Did it do it? Did it do it? Oh, because I didn't do the exclamation mark, did I? So we're permanently dead. But we're dead animation. We're not dead. Right, okay. Um, let's do current health. It's me trying to cheat it. No, we don't want that. We want set current health 0. That should do it. Exclamation mark and case sensitive. Right. Hello world. There we go. Look, they're kind of fine because I've never coded it to go if you're like. Oh no, I've coded it right. It's to show you're no longer 100%, are you? Hmm. So yeah, it's going on ranges, like percentage ranges. So that's why, yeah, kind of caution. Oh, I've got to click it each time now. There you are. So let's do, let's get it wrong. Let's do imagine, we don't do capitals. Critical 0. But you're not dead. It doesn't do the death animation. But the main thing is, it works. You would never die like that. You're supposed to die through being hit or something incurring damage. You would never just flat out just be straight up 0. If you're ever straight up 0, it'd be because the damage inflicted on you was 0. Was put you to 0 or less than. So it doesn't matter that it breaks the animation because I'd never do it like that for when you die. But we know it works now. So we know the text works, the custom text, which is cool. Let's do this text. We need to get this text to come from somewhere, don't we? Text body, maybe. As well as text body, let's duplicate. Oh, let's duplicate in the horizontal box. Vertical box. No, because that's that, isn't it? That's the buttons. We need another vertical box. Wrap with vertical box. Good. Text body. Yeah, that's text body, but this is text header. Don't like the naming convention anymore. We want to do some padding, so let's do padding from the bottom of 10 and top from 10. Let's call it title. We want to make it 18. Maybe we bold it. Yeah. We want to do. Let's do it 2 from the left. No. 5 from the. No. 10 from the left. 5 from the left. Yeah. Maybe. Like a slight indent. Text body. Yeah. Bit like indents. So we've got that. We want to make this fill. Cool. But now that we've filled it, we want to make sure it's the same on both sides. So it's not the same on the left as it is to the right. Right, right. But they are the same here. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. So something is doing something outside of this. Oops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. um, this one. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. What we'll do is, for now, let's just manually do it. Remember, it's a version 1. It's about getting things working. It's not about everything being perfect. Let's round it nice. No, 25. Yeah. 25 on top. No, let's try 15. It'd help if I press the right one. 25 on top. Nice. Right. Cool. Images, could put in images, but won't do. Stick it in the vertical box. We could do wrap with a horizontal box to do left to right. Let's 50-50 it. And then let's add maybe an image. We want to, we'll call it text image. I know, I know, I know. It's like, oh, it's like an oxymoron, isn't it? Oh, why is it not doing undercap? Oh, what have I done? Um, text image. Will that break? Will that break its thing? There we go. I had to break it. It was case insensitive on the title, so it didn't think I made a change. We want. I don't know. I don't really want to put images in it, to be honest, but Ignore me. No, no, no. Being silly. We'll keep the image for now because I do have like maps and stuff. So I could have it when I create a game world map. I'll have it. Yeah. Doom, new Doom 2016. He presses a button and he upgrades his map, doesn't it? Or Resident Evil 1, you go to like a little map on the wall and you read it and you take it. Imagine like that, like a hybrid of the two, where you go into the computer on this game, you see the map and you take it. You take a copy of it. So something like that. So we will keep the image for now. Let's. Can I do size? Yes. 140 by 140. I guess Y doesn't really matter because it'll just be stretched, won't it? 280, 420, 420. Yeah. So just a placeholder. Bear in mind, this is just the all this stuff will get passed through as well. So we've got the text image, which is a variable, text body, and text header. We've got open but doesn't functionally do anything. The left right to go between the pages doesn't functionally do anything at the moment. The quit doesn't really do anything properly. That editable text does work. Oh yeah, yeah, it does work. It's just odd, crazy behavior. Right, so next we need to get these variables passed through. So we want event, not construct, maybe construct, maybe. Let's do begin play to begin with. Oh, is there any construct? Begin. There'll be tick, won't there? So there's tick, begin. Let's do construct. What damage can I do? I can always move it. Event construct. So on construct, the master computer. So remember this blueprint, this widget, this is owned by this blueprint and its children, but they're instances. Remember they are instance editable. Instance editable. So that means every instance, every child, every copy will have its own thing. So I think in this situation, I believe if we didn't do instance editable and we had more than one computer, then if you're in range, you want your in range for all, rather than it being toggleable. And the text for one will be text for all. So computer, we want to pass through text header, text body, text image. So we need. Do I need a data asset? I should do really, shouldn't I? Data asset for the documents and things. It wouldn't hurt. It's like it's a data asset, but it's like a non-collectible data asset. So right, new folder, data assets. We will do it as pink because it'll be pretty obvious I'll know I'm in the wrong one. Wait a minute. Oh no, I've embedded it. Data assets sit above the type, don't they? Data assets. So we want these are all interact collect. We want an interact no collect. So before we even do that, we need to change item data asset. Yes, we've got that. So this is like the parent, the primary data asset, which the data assets then reference. We need a different one. I really want to do a duplicate, but I won't do because I can just see it causing trouble. Data asset. I'll probably finish this video in about 6 minutes. It's just so you can see where I'm going. No, it's blueprint, isn't it? Blueprint. Primary data asset, select. It is a BP. I know it's back to front with the BPs at the end or the start. Historic inaccuracies. I need to unify them at some point. So it's not item data asset, is it? It's a law data. asset. So, alright, let's crack open the item, see what we've got. So we don't do any sort of functions, we just stack everything in we need. So we'll want, like, maybe I can copy and paste them. Copy. Name, yeah. Type? Not really. Type doesn't really matter in this, is it? It's not an item. It shouldn't matter if it's like a document or it's a text or it's a computer. Thumbnail, no. Description, yes. We'll repurpose it. Wait, internal name. No, let's get away from internal names. I don't really use them anymore. Value, don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. Could have a load-in thing. Have a time to load, and then when you click it, it does like a little loading bar. But no, let's not be crazy. Let's put it in, but we ain't gonna code that for at least like a version 2. Time to load. So this will be a law data asset that will be shared across all law items. Law being radio, computer, pager, document, note, map. Think that's it. So maybe we will put in a type just in case I need to do something clever where I'm looking at all the types. So we want law type, we want text body, text header. Actually, yeah, we will want an internal name. Copy internal name, because obviously the header might be like, hey guys, but we don't want the name of the law asset to be hey guys. So the name will be different. I think that will do. Maybe maybe a bool to say locked, not locked. But then no, no. Let's not look at the item. Let's look at the computer level. So forget that. Let's not keep it simple. Smart people keep things simple. They don't make it sophisticated for the sake of it. Right. So we've got law primary asset. Cool. Got that there added. Lovely. Data assets. I need to create another folder here, and I can see it causing mischief. Um, item. Uh, uh, item assets. Maybe do like item data assets. It's yeah, we're kind of getting muddy in the water now, but it serves its purpose. Law data assets. We want all these to go into item data assets for now. Oh, don't break everything, don't break everything. Here we go. Moment of truth. It is moving. You can see just a bit slowly. Hopefully you're enjoying this video. This is very much me learning, me trying things out. Well, not so much me learning, but me trying things out while you can watch. Hopefully it kind of helps you guys get ideas. So we want data asset, which type? We want a law primary data asset. Yes, we want to call this computer protagonist prologue. And then we'll have multiple data assets within here, and then that will mean data asset 1 will be document 1, data asset 2 will be document 2. The map could be like a separate data asset sort of thing, and then that's where the type will come in, and then we can do a data asset array. Let's call it array. Yeah, let's be clever. We want law data asset. Did I do that? Did I do it like that? I think I did it like that. Let's double check. Item. Oh no, I didn't put on there. I put on the item, didn't I? Item blueprints. Collect material. Fire extinguisher empty. It's a data asset. Right, so I just did the data asset. I didn't do. Oh no. BP item data asset type. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I needed to know if I was going to pull in the parent or the child. So if I click compile, it should pop up with a purple. There we go. There's that. Can I do an array? Nice, nice. Yeah, we got multiple documents. Okay, so that is instance editable. Okay, so let's create a first asset. Actually, we could actually make it go left to right to do like the next document as well. But I won't do that yet. It's a cool idea, but we won't do it yet. Let's walk before we can run. Prologue. Text header. Hi John. I hope you are doing well. Type document. I should just call it computer really, but it's fine. Time to load. 1 second, but we won't use that yet. Internal name. Document. Prologue. Oh, I don't use underscores, do I? Doc. Prologue. John. 1. Absolutely nightmarishly unhelpful internal name. Won't be using it for now. Okay, so we've got that. Add the asset in. There we go. Then, so that we've got it on. Oh, no, 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 no. Clean it out. Clean it out because this is the master. We don't want to be using the master. We want to be using. We don't want to be using the parent. We want to be using the child. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. Brain, brain, brain. Think, think, think. I put in no collect tonight. No collect. Computers. Prologue. Okay. Data asset. Only one. We want that one. Cool. We do need the parent. Oh no, 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 no. We don't need the parent for anything else right now. We need the widget. So the widget needs to look at computer data as get data asset. We just want the first one, don't we? So let's just do. Can I just do a get copy? Yeah, get copy of the first one. Can I? I don't think I can do a set by holding Alt. I believe. Yeah, I'll need to do a different way. Let's just see where it's got file name 1 and file name 2. Okay. Taskbar text, but it doesn't need to be a variable, so it's irrelevant. Taskbar drive text. Oh, why am I not doing underscores? What's wrong with me? But it doesn't need to be a variable. Unless I want to be clever and go, oh, this one's working on the D drive or something. Something trendy. File name, no. Not document, not computer. It's computer name actually, isn't it? Computer name. Pass that through, pass that through. Lovely, tidy. So we can pass. So we've got the data asset. That's fine. That's separate. We also want to do the name. Let's add in the name of the computer, which we will call computer name. I know I could just call it name, couldn't I? But computer name, name, instance editable, as you can imagine, separate names. Default, all capitals. No particular reason, just see what happens. Refresh. Computer name. Computer name is going to be called John's computer. Do that. We've got that. The widget now. So the widget. So firstly, get computer name. So click it here. Set text. Oh, is it text? It's not a name. Fine. It doesn't cause too much damage. It's just an unnecessary conversion. Easy thing to upgrade in version 2. So that's computer's name. So when we load it up, when you use the computer, the name will now be a proper name. The data asset we want to do input text, and we want I could do the next button actually. The next button could just iterate through the data assets. Data asset 0, data asset 1, and then if gone to the max and back to 0, and then just like you do like a next and previous. So clever me making things for the future. It's not input text. We want header, body. We're not going to do an image yet. We want a set text. We want to blast through it, and we want get text body. Same again. Done a name instead of a text. And we want get text header, and of course I've done it the wrong way around, because if it's 50-50 it ain't 50-50. But I'm so aware that I've probably guessed it wrong on a 50-50 because I haven't used my brain properly. That I'm hyper aware of it, so I tend to catch it usually. Okay, text body, text header, name, on begin play, and not on begin play, on use play. Will it work? Oh, look at that! There we go. Let's quickly just do that next idea we had, and then we'll call it quits for today, for this video. Prologue. Prologue 1. I want to call it 0, but I know that's wrong, but it's right if you know what I mean. Hi John, hope you're doing well. Hey buddy, can I come drop by? Document, prologue John 2, save. We have a second one in the data asset, and go boop. We go 2. We do that. We go here, and then we have got on construct, haven't we? But then we want index. Index goes here. On construct. Right, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, so index. On construct, the index is 0. So reset. On construct, the index is 0. It is. It doesn't need to be instance editable because the widget is an instance. It's like its own unique thing. When we do next button is hovered, then we do index plus plus. We do need to do a max range thingy. And the range thing is always a bit of a faff, but I should be able to do it off memory. We've got the previous button, and that is on released. Then we want minus minus decrement. It does decrement and set it, if you're wondering. So we've got the decrement, we've got the increment. We now need to do no, no. We're not going to do a reset. We're not going to do next and then you've gone past the maximum, so then go back to 0. No, we're gonna you've gone to the maximum, so you're stuck at the maximum. You need to do previous. A bit like when you do like next and forward in like browser. So branch if. So max index. So we want. Can we do a count? Length. There we go. Get the length of the array. I do wonder if it has an extra one like 0, 1, 2 rather than 1 and 2, but we could test this out. If so, these need to go in front. So you've clicked the button. Cool. Now we're saying if the length of the array is equal to the length of the array, so the number of data assets is equal to it, true, then nothing, false, increment. If the length of the array can I piggyback off the same thing? It should never go over. It should never go over at all. It should always only ever be equals, because it'll never increment up beyond it in theory. So it might work, like implicitly trusting it. If it does equal it, false, an increment. If it does equal it, then then the decrement will work. No. I do need a separate one. Yeah. So if looks just as mental. So if it's equal to or greater than or equal to, Nick, 50-50 chance. See what I mean? Greater than or equal to true, nothing, else decrement, else increment. If it's the wrong way around. Again, 50-50 chance. So if the index, so your current index ROM is greater than or equal to then the assets, then false, not, let's make it easier for the brain. Bool, not bool, so not equal to or greater than if the, and then if, so that's if we increment, we do like next. So we do previous now. Let's look at previous. Previous, if it's less than or equal to the max, true. Huh. Am I just overcomplicating this? So we're going backwards, so we want to minus it. So if the index is less than, it's less than. If it's less than that, if it's not bool, if it's not less than the length, then decrement. Okay. Messy, but it should do it. So that will bounce between the decrements and increments. And then on construct does it, great, but then we need a custom event to do. We call it next prev. So we get this, get that, we paste that in. We don't set the index, and we use the index. So what we'll do is on construct we'll set the index to 0, so we'll just hard reset it to 0. But then we'll also only take the first item. So regardless, there's no residual sort of index floating about, mitigating the chance for bugs. We do next or we do previous, then we will feed the index. After we do next or previous, I don't want you to have to do next and then click open and then previous and click open. So let's just do next prev. And then after you've done the thing, they'll both share that, and then that runs this, and that should change it. And if this works without me testing it, I'm gonna be like wild. Right. Hi John, hope you're doing well. Next. Hey buddy, can we come drop by? None. Okay, so yeah, there is that extra. I said it would be like 0, 1, 2, 3. I believe there's an empty. It's like an exit in an array, isn't it? But hey buddy, can we drop by? And then alright, and then it's getting stuck. So let's firstly tick paste d. No, I can't do print straight from that. Okay. Print string doesn't really matter. Conversion. So instead of printing hello, it's going to tell us the number. So I'm expecting it to say 2 if it's doing 0, 1, 2, or 3 if it's doing 1, 2, 3. The extra one. Creating that none. Open it and it should pop up 2. So then let's get the index. Let's just do another print. I could do like you append it. No. Let's do it properly and then you can see it. Append. I could probably do format as well, but I think it's format text. Yeah, so I have to do text conversion. Right. Number of data assets. Oh, I know I don't need to do space for that. Number of data assets. We want pipe number. So current index. If you might be thinking like, how did it just work? If you're vaguely impressed with what I've done, like it, hard work. I'm not complete Rain Man. Tick. This should be put in a debug really. So right click, function, debug. Don't know if I've ever done a debug in a widget until now. Debug indexes like that. Debug will go in debug. I highly doubt we'll have loads of different types, but yeah. Goes like that, goes like here, goes there, goes save, go play. Once we open it up, the tick will work. Index 0. So minus doesn't do anything. Correct. Next, 1. Next, 2. Yeah, working on different scales. One's working on a 0 start scale, and one's working on a 1 start scale. I knew it. I've had this issue before. We want if index, not plus 1. If index plus 1 is past it, is equal to or greater than, then do it. What this is going to do is it's just going to circumnavigate the chance to even go to the next index. Hi John, hope you're doing well. Hi buddy. There you go. But now we can't go down, so down doesn't work. So index, that doesn't set it, by the way. That's like a local variable. It's not held after it's been checked at this point. If index is less than length, is not less than length. No. I think the not's confusing me here. If index is less than the length true, so the length is 2. If the index is less than 2, we need like max. Oh no, it is max. If index is less than the max length, false. So this won't do anything different at the moment, but I've just flipped its not, haven't I? So it just doesn't decrement. So the issue is it doesn't decrement, and why does it not decrement? Let's just make it decrement. Just ignore it. Test it. So it does. The decrement does work. So it's this function, which I thought it might be. Let's change it back to not. So if the current index Oh, come on, brain. Why can't I do it? This is like the simplest bit of the thing. Oh, give me a second. Sorry. I did say another 6 minutes. I realised it's an hour and 4 minutes now. So that was like 28 minutes. But we've done some cool extra functionality. So it's been worth it. Give me 3 minutes, and then I'd say we're done for this one. This part one. Unreleased previous page. Which is, it's definitely that. Let's just double check it's definitely that button. It is, but you just, yeah. If the index is less than the length, which it always will be, so the index is not less than the length, then decrement. Got it. I think I'm overcomplicating it. If index is not less than 0, then decrement. Okay, so it does go backwards. Is not less than 1. Ah, yeah, it is less than 1, isn't it? Because if it's not less than 0, so if it's 0, let's change it actually. I think I could do right click and change it this way. I've only ever done it like maybe once. Equal to or less than. So if index is equal to or less than 0, if it's not equal to or less than 0, then decrement. We've done it. Nice. And then I just need to do the arrow keys. It's working. It was working then with the arrow keys, but that's because I've already clicked it. So yeah. So you could go. All right. Loads of more stuff I could do, but conscious this live coding thing could go on for like another 2 hours on me just coming up with cool stuff. But this is it for now. The next time I do some more, straight off the back of this, I will restart in exactly this position, and you can watch me through it. But yeah, thank you for your time. Um, we've got the bones of a computer widget rocking now. Thank you very much. See you in a bit.